Good morning. Good morning. I hope that everyone is happy and healthy and well this morning. Today I wanted to do our weekly message live with you. I felt the need to be live in our group. So sometimes I'm live, sometimes I will record a video and put that video in YouTube for you and share it here. But today I wanted to be here with all of you because I feel, for those of you who don't know me, I feel energy very intensely a lot of times. And so the energy has been very intense, particularly over the past weekend. December is just going to be very intense. And so when we share through expressing our words or just being present with someone in the room or via Zoom, in a Zoom room or in a chat room like this, we get to share our energy and our life, vitality. And I wanted to do that with you this morning. So good morning. Thank you for being here. You probably can hear that I'm clearing out of the throat chakra. So that's what I've been working on most of the weekend, is clearing the center points around using our voice, facilitating our voice, and then also quieting the mental mind a little bit more, because if you're anything at all like me, you have a strong mental mind, and sometimes that mental mind can be overpowering and can really take the reins in an effort to keep us safe and secure. And so I'm really passionate about helping people to discern the difference between when the heart is leading and when the head is leading. So that's part of our message this week, is to really understand or be aware or set your intention to be more aware of when your mental mind and the conditioning of your mental mind is navigating your choices, because oftentimes there is some percentage of fear that's built into that, just because that's how we are created as human beings, having this experience on our beautiful planet. So it's not a criticism or a judgment in any way. It's just the way that we're programmed. And sometimes if we only use our mental mind and we're not using those feelings and the emotions, and we're not tuned into those, sometimes we can find ourselves repeating old patterns that we don't want, or we find ourselves making mistakes, we would call them. Although there are really no mistakes, right? Because our mistake just leads us in a different path. We get to a very similar, if not same, destination, but we just take a different path. So balancing the head and the heart and creating an awareness that you can take with you into 2022 that allows you to really take witness to this and understand the difference in a very quick moment of time. Because we get to this space through meditation, through prayer, through walking in nature, through connecting with ourselves internally a little bit more. But we want to be able to turn it on and off. We want to be able to really step into that heart space and have the answers and kind of the knowing right away. And so we want to practice this. And so another way of talking about this is becoming your own healer. And this is what my entire practice is based upon, is helping to lead people to be their own healer, be the own navigator of their destination and their journey. And so I have 3 tips for you this morning. The first one is make sure you're exposing yourselves to positive situations and positive people. So it really makes a big difference. And I've talked about this before. When you step into a room or a space, my example is always using the grocery store, because there's a lot of people there, a lot going on, but it can really be any situation. We want to get familiar with how our body, our mind, and our spirit responds when we enter into certain circumstances, situations, buildings, when we're around certain people. What does it feel like when we spend time out in nature and we are connecting with one of our favorite trees or flowers or the mountains or the lakes or the oceans? We often kind of know that these places ground us, but we don't take it a step further and recognize the importance of using that energy to our advantage and allowing it to help ground us so that we can be better navigators of the inside information going on within. The second one, again, is being more aware of your feelings. So we're kind of conditioned as humans to disregard our feelings, particularly males, right? We are told, don't cry, hurry up, pick yourself up and clean yourself off, but don't cry. We're told often from many different sources and many different places how to feel or what not to feel. And so getting back in tune with that inner voice within ourselves, getting in tune with what our heart wants and is going to help us to navigate that path. It's going to be a gentler path. It's going to be a clearer path, and it leads us to our inner joy and our inner peace, right? Our anxious feelings that we have, our feelings of overwhelm, a lot of times we just dismiss it and say it's just life because life is busy. And while that is true, it's also a wake-up call from our body and our mind and our spirit saying, is this really the right path for you? Is this really the best use of your energy, of your time? So tuning into our feelings, honoring our feelings when they come up, honoring what our body is telling us is one of the big steps to getting closer to this, building a stronger personal relationship with ourselves and our own spiritual, heart-centered knowing. And then the third one is just when we take action on something, whether it is choosing what we want to have for lunch or dinner, or whether it's choosing how we want to spend our time, who we want to spend it with, what job we do, what food we buy in the grocery store, when we are making our decisions and we're taking action, be conscious of what that action is speaking out into the world and saying about you and your beliefs and what your energy is being put into, right? We are creating our reality, and we've created the situation that we're in right now. And that's a discussion for another day. But what is really important is understanding that our actions speak much louder than words, right? We've heard that statement again and again, and it's true in every aspect of what we're doing. So if we want to connect more inside, we want to be conscious of how our actions, the things we say, the things we buy, the places we go, how are they making us feel? And what are they speaking out into the world? And are they in alignment with me? And that's really the bottom line that we are striving for today is, are they in alignment with your energy, your beliefs, your heart, and where you're going? And the last thing I'll say before I close is that these things change. And that's another reason it's so important to develop this relationship within ourselves. Because if we have this ongoing daily relationship, hopefully daily, sometimes weekly relationship with ourselves, we are more in tune when we start deviating from what makes us feel good and what nourishes our soul and what brings healing to our body, what keeps us balanced and harmonious within ourselves, within our family, and within our communities, and certainly with planet Earth. So this is your message for this week. I hope that you find some pearl in there and that you think of these words periodically, and it brings you more presence and centeredness around understanding if you're on the path to peace, or if maybe you need to make some adjustments, because right now there is a beautiful opportunity spiritually and in the stars, and that's opening for us to move through this gateway and really be in a place of cultivating inner peace, spreading peace, and really letting those broken systems fall away, whether they're the systems that we use for our own benefit and health, or whether they're larger macrocosm systems. All right. I wanted to also share my wolf with you. So Wolf is one of my beautiful spirit teachers, and Wolf is a teacher. She teaches us how to connect with our pack, find our tribe, and she teaches us how to be a good teacher and how to set that example and be very committed and connected in our heart center to what it is that we share with the world. So, all right, I hope you have an amazing week. Next week, on Tuesday evening at 7 p.m., I'll be doing a group energy healing for solstice. And so please make sure you're coming back here to this group to get the link to connect with that experience if it's something that you want to do. It's $33. It's very powerful. It's a great opportunity to disconnect from your world as you know it and to just step into a space and time where the energy is working with you and you're being upheld, really. All right. And last but not least, recognize that if you are struggling, if you are bumping up against things in your life, that it is Spirit's way of waking you up and asking you to pause, just pause, and allow yourself some space on this plateau so that you can better understand what opportunities are around you that would lessen this challenge and lessen the discord in your space at the moment. All right. Have an amazing day, and I'm going to put some oil suggestions for you in the comments, and know that you're appreciated and that I'm sending you all lots of love and peace.